to Tarot in the Shadows. I'm your hostess. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm going to use these cards and see what's going on in the shadow at this time. See what the energy shows for those who resonate with this message. This is general, so even if I mention zodiac signs, it could be anybody's sun, moon, rising, north node, Venus, any birth chart position. It could be anywhere on the birth chart for anybody at all, because it is a general reading. But if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it, and that's always what is advised. So let's see what we have for a trial at this time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're feeling afraid because you've made a different choice. You don't know what's going to happen now. But this time you rose your voice. You said what needed to be heard. And heard you were. Okay. So somebody here is definitely using their voice, speaking up for themselves. And it's different. Now you're like, now what? Now what? Oh. Well, apparently what's going on right now in the shadows is there's a triggering because, you know, you're freeing yourself for real. Somebody is like, me before. I've never made choices just considering me before, not worrying about anyone else or what they think or how they feel. It's literally now on me. What do I want to do? That's pretty awesome. Congratulations if that's you. Yeah. It's the end of being stuck. All you were able to learn, you learned. And it was a big growth period, but now things are going to open up more. But this is triggering something in you. The Hierophant is here in the physical experience. So you're learning, teaching and learning coming up here. Teaching and learning. Show me, what are we teaching and learning about? Learning important life lessons. Somebody here is getting free financially. Somebody here is getting a loan that they applied for. 8 months ago they started applying, and that loan is coming through. Somebody's decided to change their major in course of study and look at something different for a change. Somebody is going into theology. Whether you were the one that made a change or not, somebody here is going into theology. What I hear is you're using your power to manifest at this time. I hear big coin. Big coin. Somebody's here using their power to manifest big coin at this time. Finances are looking fantastic for somebody. That's why they feel free. They're being committed to a certain discipline for themselves, which actually wasn't very disciplinary. It was fun all along the way. There were some difficult times, but it was still fun all along the way. Very empowering. Somebody's here very empowering. Very much empowered themselves, that you found your power. And the thing is, anything that would contradict that power, you're done with it. You're done with it. If it contradicts your power, you're done with it. somebody here, you're a teacher, and you want to help the less fortunate. Somebody here is a financer, and you want to help the less fortunate. Knowing all the while that less fortunate isn't the proper choice of words, because you see their abundance, and you want to enhance that. So there's something interesting that you're doing. Yeah, you have a bright idea that's different on how to bring solutions to individuals who have felt that there were none. Yeah, there's you've gathered so much understanding. So with what you've learned and what you're applying, you want to be of service to others who are in a place where you once were, because you found a way out of it. You want to befriend these ones and guide these ones. You want to share your beautiful energy with these ones. So let's see what you're doing about it. Yeah, you've done a lot of healing yourself, and okay, I feel like right now you're in preparing to take action phase. You're not in action phase. You are, I hear, downloading the course of action that is most advantageous. So somebody might say you're procrastinating, you're delaying, but they're saying you're taking this message about how to do this, I hear, to the streets. You're taking it to the streets. Somebody here is constantly talking about consciousness and awareness. I feel like you surrendered. Yeah, I see that you surrendered. You surrendered to the understanding that you gained about how this was a cycle, a pattern. You learned about the pattern that you've been experiencing, and that gave you the tool you needed to make a wise decision for growth for yourself here. Yeah. And it was a very shocking awareness that you had gained. It was an epiphany about why this cycle was repeating itself. You understood it. Finally, it became clear. And once you understood it and embraced it, it changed your taste towards that situation or that person or that circumstance or whatever it was. It changed. It's like you didn't have the same craving anymore. I see that there's somebody here who is manifesting a long-term commitment. There's definitely somebody here who's manifesting a long-term commitment. You're a Scorpio, I see, and the one that you're manifesting is currently meeting some challenges in regards to their own abandonment and codependency issues. So you won't be meeting them for a minute still. You still got some time on your hands before this person is ready. I see that you're very focused on doing the things that delight your spirit, your soul, your heart. Yes. You're very focused on, if it works for you, then it works for everybody. And if it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for anybody. What a powerful position you sit yourself in. And it's advantageous because in this energy, then everything serves you what you want to see. Yeah. I see that you're, first off, you're doing great for yourself. Stability, independence, and resources. You have plenty of resources available to you. An abundant supply. I see that there's some experience here that you're releasing. It kind of hits you like a ton of bricks. I see that you're making a decision to cut out a third-party situation. And a third party can be anything, even a vice or a job. I hear, or a coping mechanism can play a third party in a connection at times. Some of these coping mechanisms do seem to be more of an entity within the one than, yeah. Okay, stop that sentence. Okay, honey. All right. Interesting. I feel like you're clearly aware and you're grateful that you're moving on now. I see you still doing some processing, but overall, you know, and you could be telling somebody, you know, I win. I feel good. This ending doesn't feel like somebody could be asking you, well, how do you feel now that everything's changed? And you're like, I feel fantastic. I trust in this new beginning, and I know I've got plenty of surprises in store for me, and now I'm free from that. It's like the contract is complete. I'm finally free from that sneak, that deceptive energy. And somebody's saying that they got a lot of clarity on what they need to do. Yeah, you're talking about the goals and the plans that you have there and how you freed yourself from being stuck, and how I see the enemy is running from you. That's what I see, how the enemy is running from you. I see somebody here sending their angels, their ancestors and guides to handle business on their behalf. And they do comply very happily. What you know is you're not for everyone, and you're okay with that. Yeah, you know that you're not everyone's cup of tea. They can't all handle what you bring and what they see in you, you know. Because for some, your light is shining so bright that it feels like their eyeballs is burning just to looking at you. Because you're beautiful inside and out, and that light radiates and shines so strong. You know that you've cleared a karmic cycle and learned some mastery over handling your emotions. You learned how to cope. You know that you're moving forward, and you know you're on your path in a beautiful way. You know that you're guided by your intuition or by spirit. You know that you've learned a lot, and you've come to see a lot of things from a different point of view than you once held. Okay, like you have very strong opinions about someone or something here, and very strong feelings even, I hear. And no, it's changed with this new understanding of what exactly they were mirroring to you, and it becoming so clear and so specific. It's assisting you to release yourself from those patterns. Okay. Yeah. One more. Know that you've actually completed a very powerful emotional lesson, experience. It's complete. Okay. Now you've got a new opportunity, a new lease on life. Yeah, and it's in your personal independence and stability. And the more you get comfortable with that, I hear. It's like, as you enter your comfort zone, the universe knows that you're not challenging yourself. As long as being independent is your zone of discomfort, the universe will continue to allow you to sit there until you decide to make a change, until you get uncomfortable enough to change. And the change that breaks this cycle. I heard the code breaker for this cycle is in absolutely loving, being you, doing what you do, being where you be, seeing what you see. That's going to attract so many more beautiful experiences with others in this 3D. There's also hellos from heaven. I see 3 particular individuals here, and one in particular is a young one. You might have been children together, so a sibling, a cousin, or a childhood friend. And there's so much pride, love, admiration, and protection here for you. I hear the name Angelica, Louise, Sarah. What the heck? Okay, so there's like 3 female names. 3 of Swords. Okay, and the 2 of Wands. And the Hermit. What's this Hermit finally? The Ace of Cups, yeah. So it's interesting because it's like as you're ready for new experiences and you're ready for the new, you're like, I'm so done with my old life. I'm choosing none of that no more. No going back to the past. For a moment to moment. The things that hurt, you know, the truths that hurt will set you free. It's in learning to make a different choice. And it's in choosing you. If choosing to engage with another individual isn't an act of self-love, you have no business choosing it. So if you don't know what to do, first question you want to know, especially as it applies to connections with other individuals, is this an act of self-love for me? If it's not an option. You know, and somebody's like, oh God, my whole life is going to change. Well, you've got some choices to make. And like I always say, if it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you find it, because you're always responsible for all the choices you make. If you stay there, you're responsible. If you go, you're responsible. It's your choice to make. Make it responsibly. You know, and this is about changing your situation and your circumstances. Because you've changed. So you just can't sustain there anymore. All the growing that you had to do there, you've done it. And you're ready for more. So now it's uncomfortable because it's like a 6th grader who has to sit in kindergarten class every day for the whole school year. And how bored they would be doing the tasks that they did as kindergartners. And they have so much more advanced knowledge than just those tasks. And so that's what it would be to continue to sit in this energy. It's like once you gain this awareness, your complete, any emotional connection you have there, it was severed. It like doesn't exist anymore. Those emotional connections to the situation that kept you, I heard, in the lurch, in the clutches, no longer. They don't exist anymore. You've grown beyond them. You can see so much more clearly now. So they are now no longer available for you. They got so uncomfortable. Interesting, because I said sitting in your comfort zone, and then there's a challenge, right? But it got to be so uncomfortable that you have to seek some relief from it. And then another challenge will come. But you know what? That's what this journey is about. It's about going through challenges. You know, I've said it so many times in the past on this channel that challenges only exist to show you how freaking awesome you are. And if you're not meeting any, you're not finding your awesome sauce either. Awesome sauce, okay. So, living a boring life is an indication. If you're bored in life, There's an indication that you're not choosing to expand. And if you got a lot going on, for many of you, it means that you're in a phase of rapid expansion. The point is to find the resonance of the source of these things with you. What is it reflecting about you to you? That's where personal readings come in really handy. But let's see what else will be revealed with the Prison Oracle. So somebody here is also, I hear, breaking social norms, going into the taboo. Somebody here is ready. You're ready. You had a lot of anxieties about, I hear somebody, you had a lot of anxieties about being too wealthy, about gaining too much notoriety, stardom, you know, just having more. It was so foreign to you that it really did something to your energy. You know, when you used to carry, how much money did you carry for rent? $700, $800, $900 for rent cash to go get your little money order at the store. And you would get nervous about doing that. You used to get nervous. I hear somebody say they still do. Okay, well, they're saying, but somehow you've managed to change the amounts that you have available for you. And you have to do some work to overcome that nervous energy that would come over you in relation to wealth. For you too, but for you too, I feel like what I see is that there was this idea that if you became that wealthy, you know, you would lose all your friends and family, and all this stuff would happen to you. And so that was one thing that held you back from allowing. And you know what? It's not necessarily that it has to be that way. But even if it is, I hear it is what it is. And holding yourself back from what you are to create, because in that wealth there's a creation. I see that you have a solution to assist others, okay, who are in need of what you have to offer. I hear they've been praying for the solution that you have to offer. So whatever that is, this is like some girl find my information. She's so damn happy because she's been praying to God, please get me a good nail, because I'm so sick and tired of these nails. Or I just need somebody to read my cards, you know. But yeah, what you want to do is create happiness, and you want to be happy yourself. You don't want to be feeling alone. You don't want to be feeling left out in the cold. I see that you're putting your energy towards healing and protecting yourself spiritually. I see that you're standing your ground for yourself. Again, using your voice as it came out, as we channeled through before we began the cards. Yes. I see that you understand so much now about making this choice to give yourself nurturing. And you're starting to realize where you thought you had been. You really weren't. You were still beating yourself up. You were still being cruel to yourself by the choices you were making and how that was treating I hear your body, yeah. How that was treating your body. Your conversation is basically talking about your blessings is what I see, how life is getting better for you. You got a lot of blessings, financial prosperity, health, feeling good. Somebody has a whole lot of money. They're going right into it, and they know it. And so somebody here is contacting financial advisors, setting up specific accounts, making investments in things, and figuring out where to put all this money. I love it. That's awesome. You know that you can trust in this new cycle because you know that you've done the work to complete the old cycle. You know that trust has been an issue for you in the past, and it's part of what kept you stuck. You didn't trust in your own creation. You didn't trust in your own materialization. New information will be given to you. New information is going to be given to you. And it's, again, more further solutions, further awareness that is opening up more answers, more peace, more peace. So you've already got solutions. You providing something here, whether in whatever context it is. Some of you are providing in a relationship, others of you are providing in a business, okay? But you are providing what is needed here. You want it to grow. You're doing the job of releasing anything that would negate growing this situation. For some, it's an idea. But for others, it's letting go of some outside influence. Somebody letting go of a bad advisor. Somebody's been getting some bad advice and they're letting go of a bad advisor. Yes. And they found now some truth. They found somebody who's able to see beyond perceptions. And there is a need for, there's been a need. I feel like a lot of you have already come through that period where there's been a need for seeing beyond perceptions. Because people are presenting in different ways than what they're speaking. Yeah, people aren't coming, I hear correct, they ain't coming correct, they ain't coming honestly. Yeah, okay. Somebody here hasn't been coming honestly, but in this, what I see is that you're able to see through it, see beyond it, and you're still growing. It's like if anybody has been working against you, all that is revealed clearly for you. And you're shown, and somebody is, I see you unlocking, it's like you're making sure that anything or anyone you're engaged in, both personally and professionally, is someone who you see that same vibration and frequency in them. In other words, they're on your same vibe, they're a tribe, they're not just random or ones. If you go into a business and you sense that their vibe is off, in a lightweight experience here, you're not going to sit down and patronize it. So if it's a restaurant, you're getting up out your seat and you're leaving. If it's a car insurance company, they ain't even get your name, much less your number or your vehicle information. The energy is off. You're like, oh, I'll try someone else. If it's a dentist, he can't see your name if you can't vibe with the tribe that he's got himself surrounded with. Because you know that they're just an indicator of what he's like. That's pretty detailed. But this is about you going through a huge transformation that's changing your approach in things. And you know that you're coming at things differently. So you're expecting to see a different outcome. Because now you're in peace. Before you were in so much chaos and turmoil out here. And so you were creating from that place. But I hear particularly for somebody here, for 8 months you've been meditating and focusing on a specific energy, knowing that there's power of manifestation in you. Yeah, I see you've actually blocked out a lot of energy. You released a lot of things, okay, and you began to focus on one. There was too many things here, and you began to focus on one core fact and one course of action, and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. And because you've done that, you're sensing within that a big opportunity is coming your way. And yes, you're in your power attracting that. Absolutely you are. Again, your intuition is showing it's an experience that's coming up for you that's big, lucrative, satisfying, because you know that you close up some old karmic cycles. Yeah, and you also know your worth and your value now. And so Spirit says, yes, you're absolutely right. There is a huge payout coming. Karmic refunds, karmic refunds, karmic refunds. And somebody's been asking, when am I going to get? When am I going to get it? When am I going to get it? Just know that you are, and let that be enough. Let that be enough. And okay. And if you can feel as though you have it already, if you woke up and it was already in your account, how would you wake up feeling? How would you go to sleep feeling? How would you feel as you ate that meal? That's what's going to speed it up. It's the way you feel when you take your garbage out. It's the way you feel when you wash your car. It's the way you feel when you answer your phone. It's the way you feel when you get in your bed. You don't learn so much that everything is you. the mud is touch. I got the Midas touch. Everything I touch turns gold. Alright, let's see what else you have for this episode of Tarot in the Shadows. Oh, again, so they gave me 8 months ago earlier. Now I'm getting 9 weeks ago for somebody else. Somebody started, I'm seeing, using the frequency 369, whether that's in, you're writing something 3 times, 6 times, and 9 times at 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. What the heck? Okay. Or listening to frequencies, pure tone frequencies, or meditation frequencies of 369. Somebody's been researching 369. I see here that somebody wants to forgive 2 individuals that left them feeling abandoned. I do see that here clearly. And somebody is going to be making attempts to break through some of their fears because they're tired of hurting. And Spirit has been guiding this person to communicate something about their truth to 2 individuals who left them abandoned. But what it is that this person has finally found peace. So this is somebody's about to let somebody know that they forgive them for all of the horrible things, for abandoning them when they needed them the most. Somebody's going to be delivering a message of forgiveness here because they finally found peace. They were knowing they were growing. They were knowing they were changing. They were knowing their DNA was being rearranged, or maybe they weren't, but that's what was happening. And so somebody here is changed, have grown, and they want to be communicating soon. I hear a message of forgiveness. Somebody's going to be asking forgiveness. Somebody else is going to be offering forgiveness. Oh, and somebody's going to get both phone calls from different ones, from different experiences. I see that. The person who is offering forgiveness has found peace, and the one who's receiving forgiveness has also found peace and hasn't thought about this situation quite a long time, so that's very interesting. Somebody now knows that it's been their own dark thoughts, energy, mentality, approach, behavior, and it all was rooted in fear. There's a person here who sat in the energy of fear so much, and so that's why now they need to be, or they want to be forgiven. They want to be forgiven. Okay. I see that somebody's teaching people that until they forgive themselves for some certain things that had transpired in the past, then they will not be able to successfully move on from the cycle, because that cycle will stay active in their energy field. Somebody is helping with the understanding of that. And I see 3 more months of intense training and therapy. For somebody, it is 3 more months of watching the show. Within the next 3 months of your consistently watching. I hear every show that I produce on this channel. The information that you find in there, in 3 months, you're going to see a huge shift in your energy. And you'll come to learn boatloads about yourself and where those triggers lie. You'll be given the skills and the techniques that have aided us in this revelation, the revealing of our authentic nature, and have the option to apply the ones that resonate with you, and just know about the ones that don't, that they work for somebody, because you never know who they will resonate to. Okay. A download oracle. Okay. Sometimes it's not that you did something wrong. It could be that you were just doing the right thing for the wrong person. Right thing for the wrong person. It's not that you did something wrong. It's just that you were doing the right thing for the wrong person. From the oracle deck, the download. So, yeah, I do feel like a text message, email, phone call, somebody is wanting to communicate with you and has been for a while. Or you wanting to, for somebody you want to speak to your father. Somebody's very, a whole new story at the last moment here. Somebody here is afraid to speak to their father about some truths that you've learned. Somebody's father, I hear the world is changing too fast for them. The world is changing too fast for them. They're not ready to let go. They've seen a lot of changes already, and they're not ready to let go of the old. Hey, Norma Jean, what's up? Oh boy, love. Okay, and just me and Jeff. Welcome. Oh wow. Okay, I definitely want to read those. Let's get the feels out. Let's get the feels out. What is going on? Show me the feels on one side of the table and the other side of the table. And what is the mirror here that's being reflected back to our beautiful tribe who are watching this right now? So thankful and grateful to be of service. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, share it with somebody you know and love, and check out the other productions. Oh, they already channeled that through. Okay. On one side of the table, sometimes we just have some things on our mind that just have to get out. You have a safe space to express yourself here with me. Understanding. So, again, somebody here is coming to either ask for forgiveness or offer forgiveness. That's one side of the table. Let's see what's going on the other side of the table with the fears. Somebody just has some things they want to get off of their mind. Somebody who has a lot of things to get off of their mind is going to approach another with it and will receive a apology after having done so. The other side of the table didn't know that something was going on and did not perceive, was completely unaware of a situation. And when you present your emotions and your perception of this circumstance or situation, somebody else is going to be very kind and receive it well, and whatever adjustments need to be made will be made. Okay, other side of the table. What's done is done. Now let's get to moving on. Completion. So yeah, I see somebody here. Again, whatever adjustments need to be made, they're going to be made. It's going to be done. Okay. The connection. What's mirrored between both. I've never faced my fears before, and I'm not ready to start now, so I ran cowardly. So that what was being mirrored in this connection, and it was the energy of fear that was being mirrored back and forth between two sides of the table. And through that, somebody here realized, and what was it? It was a fear of being left out in the cold. For that, we have the abandonment issues, codependency, and lack of spirituality card. The Five of Pentacles comes out. We had that come out. So there was the not wanting to face fears, not wanting to face being alone. Somebody didn't want to face being alone. And somebody's figured it out now. And I see that, the other side of the table also need to accept it, allow it, and work with it. Like there's not any room for anything else at this point. Like this is what it's got to be. So I see Mama Jean and her girlfriend going to be gone for 3 months with good reason. So we wish her well. And so it's a situation like that where there's something here where there's a need to close something down. And somebody's understanding here why something was closed down. I also see there's somebody, somebody here in spirit. Somebody is here in spirit. This person has passed. This person is letting you know, like they passed because first off, they didn't know at the time that they were done with their contract here on Earth. What they did know was that they were afraid to keep living. There was too much going on that they couldn't do anything about, and they didn't know how to create peace for someone in the physical, so they released their physical experience. And there's a asking for forgiveness, not of them, but forgive yourself. Forgive yourself, because somewhere you feel responsible. For some reason you feel responsible. The choices you made were made because they were the choices you needed to make. And anyone else's response to that, including this one that's passed on, they say, how they responded is not your responsibility. So you have to make the choice that you need to make for yourself. And so they're saying, forgive yourself. Don't hold yourself responsible for anything that happened to me. That's what I hear. And I hear that this is one representative on behalf of a whole collective. Oh, okay. This is your brother. This is your brother. You know who you are. And he is speaking on behalf of this whole collective of ones. Okay, and my father is here speaking on behalf of a whole other type of collective of ones. And now my mother is showing up speaking on a whole nother collective of ones. And so each one of these is representing a whole collective of ones that passed in a similar energy to their passing and their transition. And it's for all the ones who will be watching. What is Mahala Tekoa? What does Mahala Tekoa mean? Does somebody know? Put it in. I don't. So that's okay. That's clearly somebody's loved one who understands that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what language it is. I don't know what it is. You know what it is. Whoever you are, put it in the comment box. Let me know what's up. Alright. It looks like we're complete for the night. I want to thank you for joining me for this very interesting episode of Tarot in the Shadows. There were so many that were like sidebar messages for specific individuals. And so, thank you for allowing me to be of service. Before I close out, I'm going to go ahead and look through some of these comments. Yes. I see Wildfire. What's up? You came in at the end, baby. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for all your beautiful comments. It's always a pleasure to see them, and I'll be back for more. Thank you for allowing me to be of service. Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Mwah. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, bye.